This model shows a full-term fetus. The embryo, as we saw in a previous video, becomes a fetus at the age of 3 months. The pregnancy is 9 months. It's divided into the first trimester, the second trimester. Trimester means three months approximately, and the third trimester. And so this is a third trimester baby, fetus, and it's about to become a newborn. Okay, so we see how much the uterus has to expand for the growth of that little embryo. The embryo was a little tiny thing. During the second and third trimesters, there's considerable growth. And so this is almost a newborn baby. And the incredible thing about it is that baby is going to have to go through, this is the woman's vagina down here. That's the birth canal. Okay, and it's going to have to go through there. So there's going to have to be considerable dilation. The baby also is in a fluid-filled sac. That's called the amniotic sac, and it's filled with fluid, so when the baby's born, the woman, here's the vernacular for it, she breaks her water broke. Okay, you can see up here the umbilical cord. After the baby's born, that's going to have to be severed and tied off. Okay, it becomes then the baby's belly button, doesn't it? Okay, and then you can see that there's a lot of physical stress on a pregnant female. Well, let me say one more thing about the baby. The baby is in the correct position for birth. You've heard about breech birth. In some cases, and it's a terrible thing, the baby gets turned around and the feet are coming first, and that's not a good situation because the head is designed to lead the way. It'll fit through that dilated birth canal, and it also is very soft. Those bones are not fully ossified yet. They're kind of soft and mushy, and there are joints called fontanelles that are later going to close off to be those immovable sutures, but that hasn't happened yet. So the baby's head is soft. If you've ever seen newborns, their head looks a little misshapen because it's just gone through that dilated birth canal. It dilates to 10 centimeters is considered to be a full dilation. But you can see that this is a pregnant woman is under considerable physical stress. Here's her lumbar vertebrae. All that weight, women have tremendous back problems. They try to stretch it out. You see them putting their hands on their back and trying to stand up straight because all the weight of that baby, the extra embryonic membranes, the fluid in the amniotic sac are pulling against her back. The other thing that I want you to notice is this tiny little thing over here is the urinary bladder. Okay, there's the little short urethra. Okay, and that urinary bladder is under pressure all the time, and so that woman feels like she has to urinate even though there's nothing, very little to come out. I mean, I went through 5 pregnancies with my poor wife during that time, and she was up and down all night long, and I go, anything? And she'd say, oh, a few drops. But see, it feels like she has to urinate because of the pressure of that fetus against that urinary bladder. So this is just a miracle because we all started out life this way, coming through that 10 centimeter dilated birth canal, developing all the way back from that fertilized egg that implanted in the uterus, and even before that into the spermatogenesis that made the sperm, and the and the ovulation that released the egg. And even before that, to the time the twinkle came into the man's eye and the twinkle came into the woman's eye, and they said, let's get together and make a baby. I'm very sentimental over that because I got to share that experience 5 times with my wonderful wife. So I hope this tells you a little bit about pregnancy, childbirth, development, and I always have enjoyed teaching about the miracle of the reproductive system. And forgive me for being a little sentimental about it.